What's going on, everybody? Dave here, Hidden Freedom Investing, and welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to go ahead and do my dividend update for the month of July. All the dividends received, buys and the sells, the dividend increases, and all that stuff. There's a lot of rework that I did this month, so go ahead, stay tuned. Let's go ahead and get started. Well, there was a little bit of progress there on Dividend Mountain. Last month he reached the top and took a little bit of a break there, and looks like he has moved on from that spot and gone forward, assuming the market continues to go up. Today was a little bit of a rough day, but we'll look at that here in a second. So it's good to see that progress there. If the markets can cooperate, then it should stay above that 500,000 mark, and he's on his way to the $1 million mark. All right, we are looking at the agenda for today, and we just saw Dividend Mountain there. Let's go ahead and look at the overview here, and let's pop in. Let's see here, So here's the overview page here. So it was kind of a rough day, $4,649 down today. The Dow Jones got slammed pretty hard. Some of the other stuff didn't really get slammed too hard, but the Dow Jones and the dividend stocks really got hit today. It was kind of odd, but it is what it is. So right now there is $515,000 spread across two accounts. One account has $447,929. The other account has $67,261 in it for a combined $515,000. And that's with today's decline of over $4,600. So right now this dividend portfolio generates annual income of $26,920 for a monthly income of $22.43. And the daily income is $74 now, and the hourly, which is just divided by 24, comes out to $3.07. So I'm making $3.07 for every hour that I sleep or sit on the pot. All right, right now this particular portfolio is up over $54,845 in capital gains. That's 11.9%. This portfolio is, let's see, a little over a year and a half old at this point. So I started this portfolio in, I think, November, December of 2019, so that puts it just over a year and a half old. So I started at less than $50,000. I think the first video I did was roughly about $50,000, so we're already 10 times that. Average weighted dividend yield 5.23%. Average account yield on cost is 5.85. Average weighted 5-year dividend CAGR 4.43%, and the average weighted beta 0.93. So a lot of those income ETFs I have, and a lot of the other stuff is just 1. The beta is 1, so average beta 0.82. Number of positions 28, and a number of shares 9,948. So okay, we do have current net worth here. I just did a net worth update video not that long ago, like a month ago or something, or just a few weeks ago. If you want to take a look at that video, look it up here. So 1.814 million, and I'm hoping to be at 2 million by roughly April of next year. It's going to be tough, but hopefully the market can continue to go up and not have days like today. Okay, let's not really talk about the rest of this stuff here. So just a 5 days left, 257 days left until I quit work and go hike the Appalachian Trail. All right, so we're back at the agenda here, and we're just looking at 2A here. All day spreadsheets featured in these videos are available. So if you're interested in my spreadsheets, go ahead and take a look at the pinned comment or the description. The link is there. Brings us to 2B, roughly $454,421 still left in real estate notes to get paid back. If you're familiar or not familiar with what real estate notes are, promissory notes, mailbox money, go ahead and take a look at the video up here. If you're interested in that video, I pretty much do a kind of a in-depth breakdown of most of my notes. Some of the notes have been paid back since then, but take a look at that video. Brings us to C, please support my second channel, Hidden Off Grid. you're more than welcome. If you want to support me over there, I'm not, if you don't want to, that's fine. I mean, I'm not gonna get mad at anybody or anything like that. Obviously, it would help me out if you support that channel. If you enjoy my videos here, then that brings us to 2D, or not to D. Get $50 free for opening an M1 finance account. Yes, M1 is still doing an amazing deal right now. So right now, this is my M1 account. This is pretty much all growth investments right now. So we got Invesco, QQQM, we got BST, we got RYLD there. And if you open an account with M1 right now, you'll get $50 for using my referral, and I'll get $50. So that's a pretty good deal. They don't run this deal all the time. Normal deal used to be $10. Now I think it's $30, but they're doing a special deal right now. Open M1 account, use my referral link, you'll get $50 and I'll get $50. So that's a pretty darn good deal. How did your dividend portfolio do in the month of July? Comment below. Go ahead and like and subscribe and set that bell notification. All right, dividend portfolio. Let's look at the dividend increases for the month of July. All right, we're looking at my dividend portfolio here. There's all the positions in there. It's got the individual positions in there. There's the income ETFs, or just not even really income ETFs. Not all of them are anyway. So VYM is not necessarily an income ETF, but let's go over to the right here and see if there's any dividend increases for the month of July. And it looks like we got, let's see here, we got one. So we have one dividend increase for the month of July, and that is Duke. So Duke had a 2.07% increase in their dividend. So it went from $3.86 up to $3.94 annually. So that's pretty much in line with what they've been doing. So 3-year dividend CAGR is at 2.74. The 1 year is at 2.12. So it's pretty much right in line. Let's go ahead and clear that flag. So we got 3.94 there, and we go ahead and clear that flag. And let's go ahead and move on. So that takes care of the dividend increases. So let's go ahead and look at the sells for the month of July here. So here we are looking at the sells for the month of July. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I did quite a bit of reworking in the portfolio. So the only position I actually sold 100% out of was PFE, so Pfizer. Okay, now I had a big up day or something like that. So I just decided to take it out. It's in some of the income ETFs. It's in VYM, it's in Devo. It might not be in Devo, but I decided to get rid of it. It is what it is. It doesn't mean that I don't like Pfizer, okay? So don't hit me up and think that, hey, why don't you like Pfizer? No, Pfizer's fine. It's just trying to clear out some of those healthcare sector stocks. I have J&J in there. I got AbbVie still in there, and I was just trying to reduce the allocation a bit. We will look at the allocation here in a minute as well. But all right, so I did sell a little bit of Microsoft, a little bit of J&J, a little bit of PFE, a little bit of Apple, a little bit of KMB, Ask Gasket Maker there. We got a little bit of JPM that I sold, a little bit of Pepsi, a little bit of McDonald's, a little bit of Procter & Gamble, a little bit of VYM, a little bit of SO, a little bit of Duke, 3M, Home Depots, and Starbucks, ExxonMobil, and Chevron. So I pretty much cut almost every sector just a little bit to get the sectors back in line. And like I said, we will look at the allocation. I really didn't cut, I don't think I cut materials or industrials. Well, actually a couple of industrials. I don't think I cut materials though, but we will look at that. So, and this pretty much took care of all the sectors, but part of the reason is I just wanted to get into BST, this closed-end fund. So right now there's $52,930 in capital that I took out of positions, kind of like rebalanced a little bit, if you will, in long-term capital gains. Not obviously, I think it was about $17,000 in capital gains, long-term capital gains. I made sure that I took off long-term capital gains, like I made the mistake last month. And took off VYM by mistake, which I will be taking more off of that maybe next month or so, but I got to wait towards long-term capital gains. I want to make that mistake again. So here are all the buys that I did for the month of July. Like I said, I rendered over almost $53,000 in profit slash capital gains slash just capital coming back. And a lot of that went into BST. So I have $35,000 back into BST. and I stuck $15,000 into XYLD and $4,600 into Devo. And the reason why I did it in BST is because of that right offering that they did, and it was below it was below its premium. So it was kind of a discount, so I wanted to take advantage of that. I didn't have enough time, obviously, to wait all the way until August or November. What do I mean November? August or September to render long-term capital gains in BYM. So I had to move some stuff around, and that's exactly what I did and got into BST while it was still a discount. So here we are looking at the dividends received for July. We received 7 dividends in total for July, and that was over $1,717.76 for the month of July. Received a dividend on Kimberly-Clark, one on JEPI, one on Altria, one on Realty Income, one on Nusi, XYLD, and Devo. And those, was 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 monthly payers there, and KMB, MO are not monthly payers, but all the rest are, so I'm pretty much going to get those every single month. Now they may fluctuate a little bit, like I think JEPI cut theirs just a little bit. Well, this month was cut a little bit, but it is what it is. We'll continue to monitor that, but I did make a video last week. If you want to look at that video up here, it talks about the plan, how I use these ETFs, or how I plan on using these ETFs in retirement. So if you're interested, go ahead and take a look at that video. It's pretty interesting. I had some really great comments on that video. Some real interesting, people that have already retired, 10, 15, 20 years ago, and they're putting comments down there, and it was kind of a great discussion, honestly. So we took care of the dividend increase, we took care of the sells, we took care of the buys and the ads. And what we looked at then is look at the dividends received for July. We didn't look at the stock allocation, so let's go look at that. I skipped that by mistake. So let's look at the stock allocation here. So go to allocation tab. So here is the allocation. I just updated this over here on the side. That is S&P 500 allocation at this time. So if you're invested in like VOO, Vanguard VOO, that's what the allocation is at this time. And my allocations are not too far off. Like I said, I had to do a little bit of rebalancing, get some stuff back where I want them to be. I did cut quite a bit out of utilities, but as you can see, it's still overweight as it is. And consumer staples probably is always going to stay high because I like the stocks in the consumer staple sector. So it is what it is. Financials, I did cut a little bit out of JP Morgan, but like I said, I cut just about every single sector to get them back in line. So healthcare still is pretty much right in line with what healthcare shows over here at 13%. We're still at 12.3%, even with cutting Pfizer out of the portfolio. You got materials, I believe that's the only one that I did not cut actually. And that one is pretty much sitting, it's a little bit overweight, but there's only one stock in that particular sector in my dividend portfolio. Real estate is a little bit overweight, but that's fine. It's Realty Income. I really like it, Realty Income, so I'll probably much stay where it is. Industrials, I think there's 2 stocks in there, Caterpillar and 3M, 8.5% for industrials. Industrials over here is 8.6, so we're right there in line. Consumer discretionary, 12.1. Consumer discretion over here, 12.3, so we're pretty much right in line there. Communication services, been a real tough one. I got rid of Verizon because it was in a bunch of other ETFs. I already had it, like duplicated or triplicated, quadcated, whatever. So there's only one stock left, and that's T, and I have a love-hate relationship with that stock because of what they're doing to it. They're gutting it, gonna gut that dividend. And honestly, I'm probably going to end up gutting them once they gut that dividend. I don't like that I just don't like the fact that they did that, but it is what it is. I really want a communications sector stock, but maybe I'll have to add Verizon in. But for now, T is still in the dividend portfolio. Brings down here to information technology at 15.5. That is light, and there's a reason why it's light. There's only 2 stocks in there, the information technology for my portfolio, and that's just Apple and Microsoft. But you have to understand, it's in almost every single one of my ETFs except for VYM. So that one, I pretty much got a healthy allocation towards, so I'm not too worried about having more allocation to information technology as BST and XYLD, QYLD, which I don't actually have in my portfolio yet. all have, and Devo including, have a lot of those dividend paying technology stocks in it. So it is what it is. I'm not really going to cut those anymore, render, I don't think, for now. So they will just stay where they're at for now. All right, we did dividend received for July. Let's see, stock allocation. Let's go ahead and run the script to update the portfolio. So we're going to basically update this particular line right here for July. We'll write all of the dividends received across that line right there. And to do that, we're going to run a script that I wrote. So we'll bring up the dividend-o-meter here. Let's bring up the script. So here is the script right here. We're going to go ahead and run that next. All right, let's go ahead and run the script here.
We're officially on a CDAV.
All right, the script has finished. We saw the dividend-o-meter go up, and so let's go ahead and close this window here. So the dividend meter went up. We got $11,331 year to date. This dividend meter here, I did update from last month from $15,000 up to $20,000, and I think we're still going to surpass $20,000 this year. So I may have to adjust that again, but for now, we'll keep it at 20. Let's go ahead and look at the dividends received here. So here are the dividends received for the month of July. So we have Devo there, which is continuing to go up because I continue to reinvest back into Devo or add new capital to it. Nusi looks like it's gone up as well. Jeppy looks like it's gone up, and we got XYLD. That's the very first month for XYLD. We got Realty Income there, 2152, so that's continuing to go up. We have MO there, which I did cut a little bit of capital out of MO, so the dividend went down a little bit there. And we scroll over to the right over here, and we got KMB, $88. And then to the right here, you can also see that PFE is turned red now because we cut that out of the portfolio. So we have $1,717.76, which is correct for the year, for July. And then total on the year, $11,331. Okay, we've looked at stock allocation, dividends received for July. We ran the script. We didn't look at the dividend metrics. Forgot about that. So let's look at the dividend metrics here. Here are the metrics. So dividends by month. So July, we are at $17.17. That dwarfs last year's July at $400. Is still obviously less than last month because last month was one of those large months, although it will be coming down a little bit as I even out those income ETFs a little bit. But it still dwarfs May and April as well. So far we're looking pretty good. We only, just a few months left in this year. 5 months left in this year. It's amazing how fast this year is going by. Here is the dividends by quarter. Right now, Q3 is at $17.17. There's still, 2 months left in this quarter. So we should dwarf last quarter's, 2020 quarter threes. And we probably will dwarf, I don't know if we'll dwarf, but we'll definitely probably exceed Q2 of 2021, $54.98. I think we should actually have more dividends in that as well for Q3. And then the dividends by year, and so here is 2019. That was really not a dividend paying year for me. Didn't really start the dividend portfolio until 2020. We had $7,248 of income for 2020, and then this year, basically half done with the year, and we're already at $11,000, so we're way ahead of 2020, and we're on our way above $20,000 for this year. That brings us down here to the options income, and I do trade options. We're not going to go through any of that stuff, but I just want to let you know that in my IB cash secured put account, that's mostly what I do in there. Sometimes I do naked calls or buy some leaps as well. I had a gain of $5,408 for the month of July. So if we go here to the options report, we can see the month of July. I got it selected up here for the month of July. We had $5,408 in gains for the month of July. That was a total of winners of 63 and the losers of 6, which could be a little bit misleading if there's some spreads in there, but there's all the top plays and all that, and there we are year to date, about $36,000 year to date. What do you think I should do with AT&T? Comment below. Go ahead and like and subscribe and set that bell notification. Here we are at my Schwab account, and I have it selected for 2021. We'll go to the next 12 months here in a second, but August, we're kind of looking at the projections for August, and right now They're projected to make, let's see, another $2,100, so roughly about $2,200 for the month of August. We've already received 70. I think that was AT&T, and there was another one. I can't remember what it was, but just received 2 dividends. One was AT&T, I believe. So we're going to receive about $2,200 for the month of August, and then we skip to the next 12 months. It shows us the income at $23.39 on average per month for $28,000, which seems to be off in my opinion. So if we go to my dividend portfolio here, we go back to the overview page, I'm showing myself at about $26,920. And the problem with that is the income ETFs, just the way they kind of get added to Schwab and stuff, that could be that the income ETFs down here, the yield just may be outdated or slow to update or something like that. So it could be possible that I'm going to be receiving that, but I'm just going to err on the side of caution and go by the yields that I have in my dividend portfolio, because this number could be off here. And then the last thing we're going to look at here is just the positions. You can pause it if you want. So here is all the positions kind of representing 2 accounts. So there's all the individual positions, and then down at the bottom here are all the ETFs. And I'm just showing that information in just case somebody doesn't think or believe that I actually have all these positions. So like I said, this is actually across 2 different accounts. If I actually click over here, see how that has a 2. So that's across both accounts, kind of aggregated, concatenated together. There's all the income and all that. There is the price and the quantity of each share that I have. So if you want to pause, you can do that if you want. So that completes the dividend update for the month of July. Just kind of looking forward to see, the changes and all that stuff, to see what's going to happen for the month of August, to continue to add new capital to the dividend portfolio as well. I may have a windfall in August. Fingers crossed. I have to do double, but fingers crossed that I get that windfall. But anyways, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave a comment down below. You can hit me up on all the social media if you want as well. You can shoot me an email if you want to. So anyways, until next time, go on, like and subscribe. We'll see you next video. Thanks for watching.